The second document you are creating is the petition for dissolution of marriage. I've opened it up in D12 and let's take a peek at it. The state of Minnesota, once again, district court, county of, and you've got that little asterisk means you're going to put in the county that you're going to put for your document. You're going to find your correct judicial district. That asterisk means you've got to put in whatever judicial district it is. Draw your line again, your family court division. You've got your in re, you've got your caption set up. Once again, your court file number can be up higher if you'd like it to be up higher. It can be in all caps. It could be an initial cap, however you would like it to be. You notice again on this side you've got your in re space, John space, petitioner space, Ann space, Martha space, and respondent with your commas, your period, and your imaginary line. For his petition, because it is a male, if you have a female there, you would have to change that to say for her petition for dissolution of marriage. Petitioner alleges that the true and correct names and addresses of the petitioner and respondent are, he'll type in their names and addresses. Petitioner is represented in these proceedings. You'll put the name of your attorney there and the address of your law firm. They're both persons who have attained the age of majority, and you'll put in the ages of your parties. You've got petitioner as 30 years in this one. Date of birth, put in your correct years, and put in your correct dates of birth. Put in the correct date when your parties were married, where they were married. For more than 100 days immediately preceding the commencement, they've been a resident in the state of Minnesota, and they now reside in, put where they reside in what county. No separate proceeding, you'll type that line. There's currently no order, you'll type that line. There's been an irretrievable breakdown of the marriage pursuant to, there's your Minnesota stat. To draw that line, you do a Control-Alt-2-1, and that will create your little symbol there. The parties have separated and have been living apart since, and you put your date there. Put neither party is in the military. The parties have, that little asterisk means you're going to pick how many children you have. In this case, there's 2. I could have typed 2 joint minor or dependent children. I would actually take out these parentheses around this because you've got, if there's children, you would take out the parentheses to make it read. If you've got 1 joint minor or dependent child, you would take out the parenthesis ren there. Put the names and your birthdays and your ages of your children. To the best interest and welfare that they be served with joint legal. We'll be talking about custody a little bit further on in this course, but you can put now your joint legal and whatever physical custody is granted to who is going to get custody of the children. Or in this case, you would take out, since there are children here, I should have taken out there are no minor or dependent children. You would take that out because we do have minor children in this particular case. Our respondent is not pregnant. Minnesota is the proper jurisdiction. Then you're going to be putting where your parties are employed. Well, in this case, your petitioner is employed by, and the address, and how much money they make. Your respondent, who they're employed by. Neither party receives public assistance. Their owners in. Here is your physical address, and here's your legal description of that property that they have. Values of the home. Then they also have some other property here. They have a couple cars. They have some personal property, household goods, and furnishings. They have a couple debts in this particular case that I made up. This is a fictional case I made up. Petitioner wants to change her name. And the petition of marriage is filed in good faith and purpose is set herein. Then here's your wherefore clause. This is what your petitioner is asking for. So petitioner prays for the judgment and decree of this court. Dissolution, they want to dissolve the marriage. They want to give them joint legal custody, and we're giving petitioner physical custody of these children. Reserving, we're going to talk about child support a little bit later on this course, but right now we're going to reserve the issue of support for the minor children. But in this case, you could put down what you want to receive for child support, that petitioner wants to receive child support, and don't worry about the language and how you're creating this. I'm not correcting you on language. I'm looking at these documents for typos and for formatting purposes. We've got child care support, medical support, tax exemptions, insurances, spousal maintenance, property, debts, attorney fees, name changing, and such other. And once again, I'd like to see your attorney block look like the attorney block I showed you how to create in the summons. This would be moved over to the 3. The name of the law firm would come underneath here. This would be court registration number would flip underneath here. I just wanted to show you some different ways that law firms do their documents, but please do it the way I have created our summons. We have a verification because the attorney is creating the document. The petitioner has to say that they're sworn upon oath, and here there's an asterisk here. You take that asterisk out when you put in the county. John Smith, being first duly sworn upon oath, deposes and states that he's the petitioner. He's read the foregoing petition. He knows the contents and it is true and correct. You start your signature lines always at 3 on the ruler. Draw your signature line. Make sure that this name, if you have no spacing on your styles tab, you'll be able to tuck that name right underneath there with a comma. Petitioner, we're going to name our party here. Subscribed and sworn to before me. I would move this in just a tad. Maybe take out a couple spaces here so that the period after this falls right underneath the E and me. And the line, oh, I'm losing my voice. The line goes after notary public signature line. You've got the acknowledgement of the attorney. So once again, you take out this asterisk because we would just say County of Anoka. But I wanted to show you that wherever these documents are signed is the county that you're going to use. So we've got Marna L. Anderson as the attorney. And see where this asterisk is? You're going to have to put in your petitioner's name. And then you're going to have here, and actually you would change this and take this up because Marna's signing this document. So you'd put Marna L. Anderson here, and she would be signing this. Oh, I'm sorry, they've changed this document. It is the petitioner here. So put your petitioner's name here. Have your petitioner sign here. This would be your petitioner. And then that once again, that would be notarized here. Put that period underneath the E. Take this Higgins Scott, tuck it underneath like we did before. We've got a dated line. We're going to pull this over to the 3 on the ruler. And here's our notary block for our attorney signing that they are the attorney for the petitioner. This has changed a little bit different from the last documents. They have the petitioner sign here. Usually they used to have just the attorney sign here with the notary block, but they're doing it differently. So if you have any questions, please email me and I can help you with this document. Have a great week. Talk to you later.